Welcome back to another Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Yanks win last night 3-2 over the Mariners. Have an off day today. Aaron Judge just is phenomenal. Hits a huge home run. Before that, Goldschmidt ties the game at 2 with a pinch hit home run. And again, we've talked about his power is down the line. He yanks it, pulls it down the left field line for a home run. His production at his age, starting, also coming off the bench, which is exactly where I see him playing, is absolutely incredible. This team is resilient, and they're led by the hands down the AL MVP candidate in Aaron Judge, who backdoor breaking ball and just literally hits a line shot over the left fielder's head. Left fielder didn't even move. The ball was absolutely smoked. So, again, this team they're 25-18. They're 3.5 games up on Toronto in the AL East. This team's a juggernaut. Again, both teams are off. Yankees have Rodon starting on Friday, and against the Mets. Well, hello, Juan Soto. That'll be really interesting against Logan Evans. So Rodon 4-3, 3.29 ERA. He's been awesome as of late, but great win by the Yankees. Enjoy the off day and head to the Subway Series with the Mets. So I want to talk about a lot of trade rumors happening. So Framber Valdez, I think, is one of the best left-handed starters in the majors this year and has been for a long time. I think he gets overlooked just because of his size for some reason, but he is an elite pitcher. But trade rumors are heating up with him to the Yankees. Because, I think it's sort of a crossroads for Houston. They unloaded Kyle Tucker. They're unloading a bunch of different people, getting rid of Bregman, and so they're kind of cleaning house, quite honestly. And they're probably not going to pay Framber Valdez, so he's going to be a huge piece at the trade deadline. The Yankees need starting pitching. I mean, you're going to have possibly 3 lefty studs in Fried, Rodon, and Valdez, but he is absolutely incredible. So I think this is a definite possibility. It's tricky because if the Astros think they can compete, do they get rid of Valdez? Possibly, but I think this is a huge piece. This guy not only pitches but goes deep in the games, throws strikes, is efficient. And can eat innings. He's not a pitcher that's going to go 3 innings, 4 innings you kind of have to worry about. Even Rodon, sometimes you're worried about that a little bit. Like, if things aren't going his way, he's going to only pitch, 3, 4 innings, and his pitch count's going to be high. You're not going to really have that with Valdez. Even, let's say he gives up 3 or 4 early, he's going to give you at least 6, if not more. He's an innings eater. He throws quality innings. He throws strikes, and he's a competitor. I mean, I think he's a perfect fit for this Yankees team. And, I think pinstripes could be in his future, absolutely, for sure. So look out for him. Then Rafael Devers' situation. So with Devers in the Red Sox, basically in spring training, they tell him, hey, put your glove away. You're not going to play third base. You're going to DH because they got Alex Bregman, which totally get. And so he obviously isn't happy about that. He's a prideful player. Also, he's on a massive contract for several years. So they should think about keeping him happy because they're stuck with him, more or less. So they do that. Then Tristan Casas just blows out, running over to first base. He's out for the season. And now they have a need for first base. So then the Red Sox say, hey, I know we told you to put your glove away, but why don't you bust out your first base glove? Even though he really doesn't play first base at all. That's not his position. I get where he's coming from. I think it does suck. And there is a part of you that's like, well, if I wasn't good enough to play third base, I'm not good enough to play first base. And I get it. Like, if you're the manager and you ask your player to do something, you should do it. But I get it. Like, it is bullshit. So, not great for the Red Sox, but great for the Yankees, because the Yankees definitely have a need at third base with Cabrera going down. So, I think this is how sweet would this be to steal Devers from the Red Sox and have him to the Yankees and have Rafael Devers be your third baseman? Like, how amazing would that be? Now, would the Red Sox do it? That's a whole nother issue. But it would be absolutely phenomenal. And so they're talking about Devers' defense, and they said their interest in this player, they sent a 10-year contract into 2023 solely as a DH, but the Yankees expressed interest in him being a third baseman for a while. Boston could think about dealing him, which would be absolutely incredible. And how awesome would it be to take him from the Red Sox? Now, what would the trade package look like? So it's a big lift, right? I mean, Devers, so his contract is going to expire in 2027. The Yankees will be taking on 8.5 seasons, $31 million in cash, 6 of which they'd likely be spent with Devers primarily at a DH role. But for the next year or two, he still has the athletic ability and mobility to play third base. So I think this would be a phenomenal trade. I don't know if the Red Sox will do it because just from the optics, it would look absolutely terrible. But how sweet would it be? Come on, Devers to the Yankees. Twist it a little bit to Boston. They need to be brought down a peg. And then we talk about third base. Nolan Arenado. Those trade rumors are definitely heating up as well. Conversely, this guy is a Gold Glove third baseman and has been for years. He's an absolute stud. He's actually hitting a lot better this year than in recent years. So, if Devers doesn't work out, I think Arenado is the perfect fit. Also, Arenado meshes with this clubhouse. I feel he's really a no-nonsense kind of guy, kind of straight-laced and come in, do your work, and I think would really fit with this type of culture. And I think actually he's probably more plausible than Devers coming, just because I just don't think the Red Sox are going to do it. I mean, as much as a pain in the ass that he is with them, I don't think they're going to let him be a pain in the ass for the Yankees solely for the fact that he will definitely want to stick it to the Red Sox. And I just don't see them trading unless it's for the package must be credible. But I actually see Arenado being more of a distinct possibility than Devers, and I think it actually helps the Yankees more than Devers because the Yankees have slug. They have the offense. They lead in pretty much every offensive category imaginable. But what they don't have is elite defense at a couple positions. Arenado gives you that, and he gives you a pretty good bat, and he's a little bit more durable. Stability and health-wise than Devers. So I actually think Arenado is a better play. But we'll see what happens. Oh, God, if they get Devers, it will be so sweet. And if they get Devers, he will absolutely rake for the Yankees. You can guarantee it, which is I think they know that, which is why they're we don't want to give this guy any motivation. He comes to the Yankees, he starts losing weight, he starts working out and stretching. We're screwed. So but I think Arenado is definitely a better fit just for what the Yankees need, which is defense, which is one of the reasons that they lost the World Series last year. They prioritize defense. They have the offense. They need pitching. They need defense. Valdez, Arenado. I think that's where it's at. That's been your Yankees Latest for this week. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Join me next Monday for our upcoming episode. Go Yankees. Let's sweep the Mets, and hopefully Juan Soto goes 0 for 20 with 10 Ks. Have a good weekend. Take care.